shouting across the field. Jungkook BTS scolded by commander in front of all troops, Camp Echo Base, South Korea. Is global fame enough to shield one from military discipline? Apparently not, especially not for Jungkook of BTS, who reportedly experienced a shocking and emotional encounter during a military training session earlier this week. Eyewitnesses from within the training base have leaked an incident that has left fans both stunned and heartbroken. During a high-intensity outdoor drill, a senior commander was allegedly heard raising his voice sharply at Jungkook, who was seen standing motionless, receiving what appeared to be a stern verbal reprimand in front of dozens of fellow soldiers. But what exactly happened? And why was the golden magne of BTS, known for his discipline, physical excellence, and humility, singled out so harshly? A routine drill that turned into a storm according to unofficial sources from within the base. The unit was undergoing early morning endurance training, a physically demanding exercise involving sprinting with full gear. Jungkook, known for his extraordinary fitness, was reportedly leading the group, running ahead at top speed. It was then, without warning, that the commander ordered him to halt, shouting his name across the field. Witnesses claim the sudden command caused a visible tension throughout the squad. Jungkook was then confronted publicly, with the officer reportedly questioning his intentions and respect for the collective pace. While the exact words used by the commander remain undisclosed, insiders reveal phrases such as "this isn't your concert stage" and "you don't outshine your brothers here" were shouted, statements that left everyone in stunned silence. Was it really about discipline? Or something else? This wasn't the first time Jungkook had attracted attention in his division. His physical transformation during service has been widely acknowledged, with many describing him as having the most impressive physique in his entire unit. Some speculate that the reprimand may have stemmed from resentment or a need to enforce hierarchy, especially when dealing with a global star like Jungkook. Military insiders suggest the officer may have wanted to remind everyone, including Jungkook, that no one is above the rules, no matter how famous. Still, the public nature of the scolding has raised eyebrows. Several fellow soldiers reportedly looked uncomfortable during the exchange. One anonymous trainee shared, Jungkook didn't talk back, didn't even flinch. He just stood there, nodded, and accepted it. But you could see he was holding something in. Armies react. He's human too. News of the incident spread quickly across private military fan forums and social platforms. By morning, hashtags like #StayStrongJungkook and #ProtectOurMagne began trending. Some fans expressed outrage at what they perceived to be unfair treatment, while others reminded the community that such moments are part of the military experience. Still, there's no denying that the image of Jungkook, who always carries himself with composure and strength, being scolded in front of others struck a chord with millions. Bigot responds, silence or strategy. When contacted for comment, Bigot music declined to provide a statement, citing the private nature of military training and Jungkook's current service status. This silence has only fueled more speculation. Is the agency choosing to stay quiet to protect Jungkook from further scrutiny? Or are they waiting for the official military chain of command to respond first? A moment of humility or unfair target? Experts in military culture suggest this kind of public reprimand may be common in South Korea's armed forces, especially when dealing with individuals perceived as having an outside advantage. Yet, others believe that Jungkook may be unfairly targeted due to his celebrity status. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Jungkook continues to carry his duty with grace and silence, never publicly responding, never seeking attention. He simply trains, learns, and accepts every part of this journey, even the painful parts. As the entire unit resumed training after the tense incident, Jungkook was seen trailing slightly behind, a rare moment for the artist known for his unwavering physical drive. Several soldiers reportedly noticed his usual vibrant aura dimmed, no longer the figure who inspired others to keep pushing forward during drills. Despite his strength, Jungkook's silence spoke louder than words. No complaints, no expressions of defiance, just quiet acceptance. But for those who know him, the millions of fans who followed his career from his teenage debut to international stardom, that silence was haunting. He was always the loudest when cheering on his members. One former staffer from BTS's tour team commented online, "To imagine him being yelled at in silence? That's hard to bear." Family ties and emotional fallout. What many fans may not know is that Jungkook's older brother had reportedly planned a short visit, permitted under strict military family protocols. However, just hours after the reprimand, sources say that the visit was abruptly canceled. Was the cancellation a direct result of the confrontation? Some insiders speculate that Jungkook may have requested the visit be postponed, not wanting his family to see him in an emotionally vulnerable state. Others wonder if it was a command decision, perhaps an effort to avoid further media frenzy now that the incident was leaking online. It's very unlike him to turn away family, one source claimed. If that's what happened, it must have really shaken him. Mental weight of a celebrity soldier. Being a soldier is hard. Being a celebrity is harder. Being both, in a country where every move is watched and recorded, that's unimaginable. Jungkook has carried the dual identity of national pride and international icon. But with it comes an immense pressure. He cannot fail. Not in training, not in attitude, not even in the perception of others. Dr. Han Seo-jin, a professor of cultural psychology at Yonsei University, weighed in during an interview. Public figures in mandatory service carry a unique burden. They not only represent themselves, but also the entire institution of celebrity. When one is scolded publicly, it sends shockwaves, not just personally, but across societal expectations. Behind the scenes, was it more than military conduct? Whispers are circulating about tensions behind closed doors between the entertainment company and the military unit. Some fans believe that Bigot may have unintentionally heightened the pressure on Jungkook by releasing a short clip of his physical training progress on Weverse just days before the incident. Did this spark resentment among other soldiers or officers who felt the spotlight was skewed? Was Jungkook being put in his place for reasons beyond just pace setting? Several anonymous soldiers have commented online, under strict privacy, suggesting that the reprimand may have had undertones of control, jealousy, or power assertion, especially toward a recruit who shines too brightly. A note of support. Unexpected message from Jimin, in a surprising twist. A message believed to be from fellow BTS member Jimin surfaced anonymously on a private fan community. While not verified, the post, written in a style and tone familiar to fans, read, "Even when the skies are loud, your light doesn't go dim. Stay strong. You are seen, even in silence." Though unconfirmed, the post sent armies into a flurry of emotion, interpreting it as a coded message of support from one brother to another. Could Jimin, who is also currently serving in the military, have caught wind of the incident and tried to comfort Jungkook from afar? The emotional bond between BTS members is legendary, and if true, this small gesture echoes volumes. What happens next? As the dust settles and the story continues to ripple across fan communities and digital forums, a new chapter in Jungkook's military life begins. With less than a month remaining in his service, this incident may become a defining moment, not of weakness, but of unshakable humility and inner strength. Will he address it? Probably not. Jungkook, ever composed, is known for channeling pain into performance. Perhaps the world will hear his version, not through words, but through song, expression, and the fire in his eyes when he returns to the stage. One moment, one shout, one pause in an otherwise spotless record. IT doesn't define him, but it does remind us. Jungkook, for all his achievements, for all his grace and glamour, is still a young man navigating an intense journey through duty, discipline, and identity. And perhaps, in being humbled, he will rise even higher, stronger, wiser, and more connected to those who have stood by him. The commander may have shouted, but in the silence that followed, the world heard something louder: Jungkook's humanity. Sources inside the camp suggest that Jungkook has taken to writing often. Letters, notes, quiet scribbles in the margins of his training log. Though none of these writings have been released publicly, many fans believe he is processing everything the only way he knows how, with reflection, not retaliation. One letter, allegedly leaked anonymously and still unconfirmed, contained the line, "You learn the most when you're the most uncomfortable. This silence is teaching me something." The phrase quickly trended online, interpreted by many as Jungkook's emotional response to the recent reprimand. Some called it poetic, others called it heartbreaking. All agreed, this was not a moment of defeat. It was the beginning of something deeper.